lovely, the very talented Jennie Finch. We're going to talk softball for a little while, okay? Because I know a little bit about softball, but it was when I was a kid, there was a guy named Eddie Feiner. Remember Eddie Feiner?
I do.
The king in his court.
Yes, he's amazing.
And he was underhand softball pitcher. And the softball that a lot of people play is slow pitch, but you girls, this is fast pitch.
That's correct.
Yeah, amazing, right? And you're the best?
One of the best. We have 5 on the Olympic team.
Yeah, and so in Arizona, did you know how good you were there?
Somewhat, yeah. We dominated. We won a national championship in 2001.
And you have a bunch of records, right?
A few.
Just rattle off 3. Just rattle. What are 3 records you have? Most?
I have 60 consecutive wins.
Wow! What was the record before that, you know?
I want to say 50-some.
50-something?
Yeah.
You don't care. You broke the
That was
record.
10 years ago.
Oh, 10, okay, so it was for 10 years it was there, and then you broke it, okay?
Yeah.
What else do you hold? What other record?
Goodness, I don't know. We were 32-0 my junior year as a pitcher.
Did you start pitching as a young child? Did you start?
I did. I started when I was 8 years old.
And is this fast pitch?
That's correct. Underhand.
It's so cool. I mean, when I saw this guy, Eddie Feiner, he was right from the hip, right?
Right.
Is there a legal motion? What can you do with your arm? What are you supposed to be able to do?
You can only pass your hip twice, so you go, once forward and then...
Stand up and show me, girl. Oh, I see. And you're tall. I'm gonna guess. Can I just like a 6'1", 6'2"?
6'1".
6'1". And didn't you play basketball or anything else?
I did in high school. I played volleyball and basketball.
Yeah, but this was the sport you kind of dominated at?
It was. I kind of grew up always playing every weekend. It was softball, and kind of just in high school I went and played volleyball and basketball, just those kind of side things.
Now, how the mound is closer in softball than in baseball?
It is. We pitch from 43 feet, whereas baseball's from 60 feet.
Yeah. And then how fast do you think your pitches are clocked at?
I throw high 60s, 70, and it's equivalent to high 90s of baseball.
Because you're so close.
The reaction time.
Yeah. And recently, at the All-Star game in Chicago, you were there, and you were just pitching to some major league players?
No, I didn't get to pitch them there. I just did interviews.
Oh.
But I have been. I'm a co-host for This Week in Baseball.
Oh,
and so I've been going around the country, and we have the Jennie Finch Challenge, which they can try hitting me if they would like.
And then tell me who you pitched against. Not hitting on her. How do you hit the... Okay. So who are the guys that you pitched against?
Paula Duca from the Dodgers, Mike Cameron, Richie Sexton.
Right.
Goodness, there's been a few, just surprised.
And how many guys actually got hits off you?
None so far.
Really?
Yes.
How many? Did they get 3 strikes or 3 outs or what?
3 strikes. Sometimes I give them a few extra.
Yeah.
Mike Cameron took me to a full count.
Ooh.
So they fouled a few off, but that's been it.
And then they're actually doing scouting reports on you now when they try to hit you?
Yeah, well, I went and did an angel shoot last week, and they said I usually go 2 rise balls and a changeup. I make him look silly on that 3rd pitch, and sure enough, he knew a changeup was coming.
Oh, wow. So. And then I guess at the All-Star game, that's where you talked to Barry Bonds? You met him?
Yes, I did. He was talking a lot of trash.
So,
yes.
So he wants to face you or might face you?
He does. He's like, I've heard you're the best at what you do. And I said, well, one of them. And he's like, well, you haven't faced the best yet, so when are you coming down to San Francisco? And I said, okay. And then he got talking some trash, and he's like, this is what's going to happen to your fastball, Finch. And he got in and took BP and took 3 out of the ballpark. Yeah.
So not of your pitch.
No, not yet.
Pitch.
So that's in the future.
I want to see that. I'm a huge Barry Bonds fan. And,
so am I. He's amazing.
He's unbelievable. The bat speed. There you go. We had Liza Minnelli and David Guest on because Barry Bonds told them to do the show. That's it, So I'm rooting for Barry. When is this going to happen?
I don't know. It should be in the next few weeks.
Really?
Yes.
Do you want to challenge him right now officially?
I do. I challenge you, Barry Bonds. And he knows this, too, because he was talking. I said, you've never seen a rise ball, Barry? And he's like, we've never seen top hand, Finch. And so.
What's that?
Top hand, like when you hit top hand.
I don't know. What the hell's that?
When you hit, your top hand is what follows through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
so-
fascinating.
Yeah. You don't know
used to
baseball lingo, obviously.
No, I know Rod Carew, the greatest hitter of all time from Minnesota. I'm just kidding. But no, Barry Bonds. I think he'll get wood on that. Now let me ask you something else.
We can't like you.
I don't even pay attention. Now you, what about being on Anna Kournikova?
Yeah. Surprisingly.
What do you think of that?
I don't know, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah?
People are nice to me, I guess.
Has it changed your life?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No?
It's really flattering, and
Yeah.
ESPN's been great to me.
Yeah. Are you single or are you married or what's going on?
I'm engaged.
You're engaged.
Yes.
And do the athletes, when you talk to them, are they aware that you're engaged?
They do. I try to wear my ring most of the time, so they know. But I don't know if they look at my left hand or not, so.
What do you mean? What do they?
No, I don't know. I try to. I don't know. I don't know if guys really pay attention to girls' left hands.
What else did you and Barry talk about? No. Did some of the guys they just say, "Hey, girl, let's go"?
No, they've been great. They're all pretty much aware that I'm engaged.
And who's the lucky gentleman?
His name's Casey Daigle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a pitcher also. He's in the Diamondbacks minor leagues.
Oh, minor leagues.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a joke. So what's next now? Can you make a professional living doing this or not?
I can. Luckily, the people before me worked really hard, so when I got out of college, I signed a big deal with Mizuno. They're going to have the first complete line of softball gear coming out next month.
Mizuno is a softball gear thing?
Yes.
And they make the overhand thing?
They make bats, yes.
And what about a professional women's softball league?
It's in the working. Hopefully, we eventually can get that going the next few years.
That would be huge.
That would be.
But this guy, Eddie Thainer, traveled around and went against men's softball teams, and these are the slow pitch things, but he was pitching fast, and he dominated. And you should get a team of women and beat all these men.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Well, why don't you?
Yeah.
Let's get going, girl.
Okay.
All right, you're also, as you said, This Week in Baseball, Saturday afternoons on Fox. You're one of the co-hosts here. Nice to meet you, young lady.
Thank you very much.
Jennie?
My people call your people instead of...
Oh, it's on. You call me direct. My challenge is direct.
Okay.
You gotta face the best.
All right, we'll do that.
You can't be pretty and good and not face another handsome guy and good.